to our postseason special on SEC Now. Again, another look at the 12-team college football playoff. Look down there at your bottom left. Texas A&M. Oh, my goodness, Kyle Field will be rocking for that 11 o'clock local kickoff Saturday the 20th against Miami. Welcome in the head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies, Mike Elko. So you've got these programs, Coach, that are, first of all, congratulations, but you've got these programs sitting on pins and needles. I can only imagine you were sitting mostly comfortably on Sunday.
Yeah, no, it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling to know that we had done what we had to do to get in, and obviously all anyone wants is a shot. And so we knew we were in. We had a pretty good confidence that we were going to be playing a home game, and so it was great to see our name get put up there, and it was great to get another home game in Kyle Field in front of the 12th man.
Absolutely, it's going to be sweet to watch that, and for those that are there. Let me ask you this: your last game was the only one you lost, obviously, and I know it was really just a bad second half. That taste, is that something that you just kind of quickly wash out, or is that something that you'd like them to hang on to in terms of preparing for Miami?
Yeah, I think probably two separate questions. I think when you talk about the last game at Texas A&M and what that game means, that probably taste doesn't go away for a long time. But in terms of us shifting gears and focusing on what we've got to focus on, which is a chance to go compete for a national championship, I think we've got to put it behind us and get ourselves ready to go for what can be an exciting playoff run.
How about the opportunity in front of you with Miami? How much do you know about them? How do you start? When do you really buckle into the Hurricane?
Yeah, I think we're knee-deep into it right now. Obviously, I think it was pretty clear that they were one of the handful of possibilities that we were going to deal with. And so, maybe spend a little time this week peeking at what it could look like. And now, obviously, full-flown into it. Played Miami when I was the head coach at Duke, but I think that was when Mario was just getting going and getting his roster constructed. And so, obviously, an extremely talented team. At times this year, we're playing as the best team in the country. So we know we're going to have our hands full. We know it's going to be a great challenge.
I'm asking you this because I didn't look this up before. Did you play Georgia? Did you get back last year? I can't remember.
We did not.
Okay.
We did not.
Right,
yeah, this will be a first encounter with Carson. Got it.
What are your initial, you talk about that, what do you see offensively or defensively? Is there one side of the ball you're like, boy, this is special on this side?
No, I think talent. I think you just see talent everywhere. Obviously, a really talented quarterback, a really good offensive line. That's kind of been their staple. Dynamic skill players on offense. I think defensively, up front, they've been elite, extremely electric pass rushers, controlling the line of scrimmage. And then in the back seven, just a lot of speed and athleticism. And so across the board, it's a really talented group. And I'm sure they're going to be hungry to prove that the committee got it right in putting them in. And so they're going to come in here, give us everything they got, and it'll be one heck of a game.
I will ask this on behalf of Aggie fans everywhere. How much hope do you have that Le'Veon Moss might be ready to go and able to go for that game?
Yeah, I think a lot of hope. I think we feel like we're going to be a healthy team going into that game, so we're excited for that. I think it'll be good to get our whole team out there. We're certainly going to need it, and I think more than anything, Aggie fans are going to be excited for another opportunity to sell out Kyle Field and play another home game in front of the best fans in the country, and I think that's really special. Playoff football in College Station at Kyle Field is going to be an unbelievable atmosphere.
It is going to be wild, especially with an opponent that is very polarizing, and I think a lot of fans will enjoy rooting against. When you over the course of this season, Coach, many times you've referenced, this is a different team. We are different now. Don't ask me about last year. Don't ask me about, or not last year, but the shortcomings in their recent history. So I'm not going to ask you about that, but I will ask you this. What was the magical recipe, the key to getting here in such a short amount of time?
I just think hard work. I don't think there's magical recipes to this whole thing. And I think maybe that's what everybody's been looking for. And there's not magic to it. When your program's not where you want it to be, the only thing you can do is roll up your sleeves and go make it happen. And it's a testimony to everybody in this building, the kids in particular, with how hard they've worked over the last however long it's been now, 24 months, to elevate this program to where it is. And so we put ourselves in position of where we want to be. And that's all you can ask for. And so we've got a great opportunity, and we're really looking forward to it.
First game of the day, Saturday the 20th. Cannot wait. Best of luck to you. Congrats on everything, and thank you for your time, Coach.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on, and obviously excited for the opportunity.
In a world where Curt Cignetti kind of sets this example of how you can do it quickly, Mike Elko might get a little bit overlooked. How has he done it on a national level? How impressive is it that he's here, 11-1, in the playoff with a home game year 2?
Let's go back to what you started to ask there is how has he been able to do it? He's been able to do it because he's the perfect fit for this job. I mean, he was there as a defensive coordinator. Trev Alberts goes out, brings him back, knowing that he understands the culture. I think A&M's a different kind of place, both in terms of the feeling there on campus and some of the tradition and what people have always talked about, Texas 8-4. Well, he hadn't had any of that. When people bring up the past, he shuts that down. You asked him about that, Dari. So I think that's one of the things that he said, we're not even going to acknowledge what's happened in the past. They've come out. He's a guy that established the physicality when he was there as the defensive coordinator. They've done that here again, being able to rush the passer. The question that I have, though, is can they find a way to stop the run? They give up over 200 yards rushing in 4 different games this year. And we know that Miami's going to try to bring that same sort of physicality to them. I want to see them get back to owning the line of scrimmage like we've typically seen from them.
I certainly didn't mean to ignore the fact that there are coaches in the past that have won the national championship in year number 2.
Yeah.
But what impresses you most about the job he's done?
Well, let's not forget he did this at Duke.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did it at Duke, and now he's done it at Texas A&M. But it's a mindset. It's a culture thing, right? This guy's a ball coach. He's a defensive guy. He's got that mentality. But he's done a tremendous job on player acquisition, bringing in the right guys at the right spots. You can tell that the culture that he has built there, which it's probably never been easier or, I guess, quicker where you can build a culture, but some haven't, and he has. So everything is impressive. They're not as consistent, to your point, CD, as you'd like them to be, but they're physical. They win games by playing good defense. They run the football, and oh yeah, they developed a guy named Marcel Reed who's played lights out. That's why they're 11-1.
How about the news that he shared with us about Le'Veon Moss? He's very hopeful that he's going to be ready to go. So now you put him, and you got him and Owens, and obviously Reed, so dangerous.
E.J. Smith as well.
That's absolutely right.
Mr. Retweet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And in Moss's absence, these guys have gotten a little bit more run. What does that add to A&M if Le'Veon is indeed good?
First of all, I think Le'Veon Moss last year was one of the best backs in all of the SEC before he got hurt last year. And then all of a sudden this year, when he does go down again, Ruben Owens steps up. Just gives you more added depth to this offense because we know they have 2 electrifying wide receivers in Mario Craver and KC Concepcion. So it's weapons all over the place for this Texas A&M team. I think the biggest thing is playing a complete game. I've seen Texas A&M play really good one quarter. I've seen them play a really good half. I've seen them sleepwalk through a first half and play good a second half. They have to play 4 quarters if you want to win the playoffs consistently. So this is a great time to really focus on those things. I understand we got to get some things cleaned up and stopping the run defensively, but I love what they do on third down defensively. If nobody can convert third downs on you, you're going to win majority of those games. But overall, they have to be better on offense, more consistent in the drop back pass game with Marcel Reed, and understand that if things got to go haywire, you don't have to force it. Your defense is good enough to get you stopped.
I hate that this game's at 11 a.m. local time, though. You know, I think back to you said sleepwalk. They sleptwalked through that 11 a.m. local time start in South Carolina.
They did.
I know it'll be a different environment here, but it almost reminds me of last year. Remember Penn State had to play the early game. Like, Penn State, you wanted that whiteout. You want to be there.
That's if you sleptwalk through that first half of that one.
That's true.
Yeah, it is early, but, you know, look, Miami's making a heck of an adjustment, traveling a long way to play this game. It'll be interesting to see Carson Beck against an SEC team that he didn't see last year, too. All right,